Now ending it off with the performance, this device has that Exynos 9610 chipset with 4GB of RAM on the base models and then 6GB of RAM on the top tier models. And as I mentioned before, this device, by having that type of, RAM setup is, I think, pretty good. I think it's a pretty good amount of RAM to have on this type of, budget tier device. And I think one of the bigger differences, as I mentioned before, is that chipset. For some reason, the experience I've had on this type of device really wasn't that smooth, even for the price tag. I think a device like the Pixel 2 or the original Pixel will give you a much better, smoother experience, in my opinion, than this device. And those devices came out years before this one. So kind of like an interesting little conundrum we have there. On top of that, if you're planning on doing any super intensive type of, tasks on your type of Galaxy A50, especially now in 2021, you may run into some problems. And the main problem isn't even the RAM management portion, which typically is the main problem for a lot of older phones. This one is just the speed of, which apps open, and in terms of even like, gameplay and all that kind of stuff. If you're planning on doing a bunch of super intensive games or anything like that, or super intensive video editing, you're going to experience some problems. And I think that's going to be the bigger problem than even the RAM management. If you get the base model of this device, you're expecting to have some sort of glitchiness and some sort of, RAMs crashing in the background and stuff. That's going to be the bigger problem for a lot of people in terms of RAM management portion. But I think in terms of just the day-to-day tasks, you're going to find the overall UI being glitchy and, different performance, things like that. But I think if your, use case is pretty light, if you don't do anything super crazy, then I think you'll be okay for the most part. So in terms of that pretty much covers it up there. Now,